Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and in case you missed it or like me, you willingly didn't watch it, the big hour-long announcement video was out presenting everything that's going on for the rest of the year and most of the products into 2023. Unless they add some more that we don't know about, spoiler alert, they're going to add more products that we don't know about. So they do jump right into it with Dominaria United, which we already know it's coming out on September 9th. Or as they put it, launch weekend, September 9-11. It's every year with them. Anyway, Phyrexian font cards. Who saw that coming? I'm shocked. Never in a million years. Anyway, let's move on to something that I'm not going to cover heavily in an upcoming video anyway. The Brothers War. Biggest bombshell of all time right here. Prepare yourself, okay? The 3-letter set code representing Brothers War is BRO. It's the bro set. It's pretty much all downhill from here. If you just want to close the video, I don't blame you. So this is technically still Dominaria, but they pretty much confirmed at this point multiple times and really drove it home here that this is just going to take place in the past. This is going to cover the war between them. Now, I thought there were entire books about it. Maybe they just referenced that it happened. And now we're going back to actually see what happened, but I don't know. I didn't play back then. I know there's a lot of lore heavy people. In the comment section, feel free to, fill us all in about what sets covered this or what referenced it and what book and, whatever. But whatever it is, we're doing it. So, we got some artwork up on the screen, of course. We got the logo, the set symbol, which I think all that's pretty cool. This is the box art. Look at this. That's Zerg versus Terran right there, I'm telling you. So naturally, with it being two sides and the, set symbol being two sides, these are the pre-release kits. You get to pick or get randomly assigned, depending upon how your store does it, either Urza's Iron Alliance or Mishra's Burnished Banner. With my limited knowledge of that period of the lore, they're both terrible people. That sounds familiar. Every election ever. They did announce, I don't know if this is new or not, but the Brothers War is going to have Jumpstart boosters along with it. They need to drop that Jumpstart thing. I don't know how that's popular. It feeds into Eternal, so it's just a miniature Commander Horizons, but I don't know, man. I heard from some groups of store owners that Jumpstart was not moving the last time it came out, so yeah, they could stand to calm down with that. Also, they're going to have some Magic 30th promos, so check these out. They got the year in the corner, which I think is kind of cool. So these are going to be traditional foil promo cards that are only available while supplies last at WPN-only stores. You guys know how it works at this point. It's only going to be for pre-release events, winners, participants, whatever, however they want to do it. And the first look at Bro is going to be September 29th through the 30th, so look forward to that. Then they say the next year of Magic, so 2022 may end with the Brothers War, but the story doesn't stop there. Magic marches on with the standard legal sets across next year. And this is where we get into the new news and the surprises. A lot of this kind of caught me off guard. Now this one, okay, so Phyrexia, all will be one. Obviously we're going to Phyrexia, come on, it's like, oh yeah, really? And then they had a boss battle against Bolas, really? That happened? It's been leading up for 10 years and we've been, seeing the Praetors here and there and everywhere for a while. I'm actually kind of surprised they're wrapping it up this quick, but I thought Mark had said something on his blog about people didn't like the above 5-year storylines or something like that. I started Magic in 2013 and I was like, who's Bolas? So yeah. So this is obviously going to heavily feature the queen herself and the one who took over, I think, several spheres of Phyrexia, or New Phyrexia, whatever. Commonly considered the most powerful at the moment Praetor, it's Elish Norn. Very popular card, very popular character. Very popular cameo in Silent Hill. Yes, I went there. So all they say about this is Phyrexia All Will Be One continues the Magic story where it left off in the Brothers War, which I read that and I'm like, what? But then the second part of the sentence is, as the battle against the Phyrexians of the modern Magic era heats up. So I think what they meant to say, since the Brothers War takes place approximately 5,000 years in the past, they have confirmed that it will, quote, continue the Magic story where it left off in every set other than the Brothers War. So the opposite of what they wrote. I don't know, is something flying over my head here? So now the real surprise here is I don't know if I filled this in my head or if they actually said this and have since changed it, but the Lord of the Rings set that was already announced when they talked about Universes Beyond, and it's going to be a standard legal set, that's not Q1 2023. This is the first set of 2023. Huh. So the second quarter of 2023 is going to be March of the Machine. And yeah, that's the logo. Okay, cool. Interesting. Looks kind of like old school comic book, Marvel kind of thing meets the Jetsons maybe. I don't know, that just seems weird. And it's machine, not machines. The whole all will be one and, Borg Central Intelligence and, You know how they be, but check out this artwork. Oh, good Teferi doesn't die until 2023. I hope he dies then. But my gosh, that looks insane. Let's just break it down. I'm not focusing too hard on this, but like, first of all, what the hell is Kamigawa doing on the right? That ain't Dominaria. What's going on? I don't know what's on the left. That could be anything. It looks like one of the Tolarian Academy, but I don't know. So what's going on there? I don't know. Maybe she tries to invade multiple places. To me, the guy in the bottom left looks Theros. I mean, that's Roman. They don't do that anywhere else. So this is going to be like a multi-plane thing, or like she learns to planeswalk, or... I mean, they got Hedrons in there. That's Zendikar. I mean, come on. That ain't on accident. They ain't teasing us. This is going to be wild. And I got giant frickin' Phyrexian crap attacking. Oh my gosh. Is she that big? Is she giant space Oprah from A Wrinkle in Time? or is it just artistic license? I don't know. I'm not sure which one would be cooler. Come on. I'm lying. Giant frickin' space Elish Norn. I hope she merges with the DBZ fusion dance with Emrakul and the moon and becomes Emra Norn. And then she hijacks the moon, turns into the Death Star, and then goes and blows up entire planes. But only the ones that I don't like. It's most of them. I'm glad Kamigawa's in that artwork, I'm just saying. Well, anyway, okay, so it says, March of the Machine is an epic conclusion of the 4-set story arc began with Dominaria United, which, I mean, okay, depending upon how you measure it, but sure, and ends with Magic Forever Changed. Now remember, Mark had said, I don't know if I covered this on his blog, that they're doing the most ambitious things with Magic in 2023. To me, that just screams higher power level, but like, can it even get higher at this point and they'll still have a customer left? Come on. They're going to fundamentally change standard. I think they're just kind of like, ooh, it's going to be big, it's going to change everything, and they don't just mean the lore. They're kind of like priming us for that. You know, that's my theory. Might be wishful thinking, but we'll see. They're about to not make any damn money. Okay, so they better do something. Just saying. Standard could just be the one set that comes out for all I give a crap. That wouldn't be very popular. I want to see 6-month rotation that's what, 4, 5, 6 or 3, 4, 5? Number of sets legal, and just leave it at that. That alone would lower the power level, plus if these sets are lower power level, but I don't see it coming. We're going to see a rules or format change. We have to. Standard is dead. They're not happy about it, and they're going to hit the reset button. It's just how? How are they going to do it? Speaking of that, now this is interesting. I guess I can read this in order. Okay. How will Magic change? Once the dust settles, we'll take a closer look with March of the Machine, The Aftermath. A small set. Let me stop you right there. The last small set that came after another set was that Baldur's Gate thing. I don't remember the title of it. Was it Commander Legends, Commander Horizons, or did they fail to name it? You know what? Don't care. I'm past it. I've blocked it out. I didn't buy it. I didn't open it. From what I heard, neither did anybody. So they're doing it again. They're doing a little mini set. This is probably some kind of Horizon thing, some kind of Legends thing, as if there's any difference. And the last one flopped hard. It really did. I liked the art. I liked the characters. It had everything going for it, but they underpowered it. People didn't like the mechanics, and it was just one more thing to buy when people are super done with Magic right now. And that's a shame. So, yeah, March of the Machines, The Aftermath. Okay, they say it's a small set release, providing an epilogue to the events, tying up loose ends of an incredible story arc. I think we're going to see an early rotation. This would be like June, May. This is going to do something. This isn't just a supplemental thing. Now get ready to not just punch your monitor, but put your whole face through it. If you're watching on a phone, it's already gone. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It might as well already be in the river, off the bridge, or off the cliff, because Wilds of Eldraine is where we're going next in the third quarter of 2023, which means in the third quarter, we're still not going to see the Lord of the Rings set. I don't care what they say, if they confirmed it or not. They moved it. They moved that crap, okay? That was going to be Q1 or 2. We all know it. Anyway, we're going back to Eldraine. I wouldn't say the single most hated plane, necessarily, but definitely the most hated set that I have ever seen. Only because I didn't play during... What was that? I don't remember. That one really bad time. I think it was the Artifact Lands. That one. So in the third quarter of 2023, the storybook world of Eldraine that people hate more than anything else. Oh, I guess I legally should say, logo not yet final. You know, when I didn't turn in my homework on time in school, they said that won't fly in the workplace. Anyway, Eldraine awaits as we venture beyond the kingdoms with Wilds of Eldraine, a return to a plane filled with fairy tale wonder and danger. The only danger is the overpowered crap, okay? people are one return to Ikoria away from just absolutely rioting. So that's all the artwork, and that's all they want to reveal, and that's all they got to say. It's going to be much more, fairy tale tropes, which I'm not against. I just hated the set for the cards. Storyline, I didn't read it. I thought Oko was annoying, I guess, from the summaries I heard. It's just, nobody's interested in this. Nobody wants to go back there. Just no. So anyway, then it's something people actually care about. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan. The font and the name, I'm in. Let's go. I didn't love Ixalan. I read the story. It was kind of neat. Jace was just a, internet sad boy IRL. He showed his sensitive side and had a good cry. Oh, grow up, Watsy. I got some news for you. This might shock you, but men exist. So, they put a merfolk right smack dab in the artwork. I want to die just looking at them. I hate merfolk. And in the fourth quarter of 2023, which you're probably thinking, okay, where is Lord of the Rings? I'll get to it. We return to the plane packed with pirates and dinosaurs, in parentheses for some reason, in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Look, I like that Indiana Jones jungle frickin' survival treasure hunt Nasdaq crap. I love it. So we've seen the sea and land of Ixalan, but what lurks beneath? Ooh, are they gonna dig up some kind of like... Look, we all know it's gonna be vampire dinosaurs, okay? They're gonna find a crypt full of vampire dinosaurs. And it's gonna have a card with a vampire shark on it called Jumping the Shark. They already jumped it so hard they're in orbit around the shark, but, whatever. And then they just insert in more magic in store and beyond for 2023. Standard legal sets aren't all you can look forward to in Magic 2023. Yeah, I feel like you're forgetting one. What could that be? But whether you're a fan of unique draft environments, yes. Clever commander decks, no. Or tales from the heart of high fantasy itself, maybe. Magic has you covered. Yeah, so does Phantasy Star 3 for the Sega Genesis, okay? Like, calm down. You ain't the monopoly on that. I got other dealers for that, bro. So we got Dominaria Remastered. It reaches across Magic sets to bring together a mix of familiar and nostalgic cards, representing the breadth of Dominaria's history from our earliest sets through to the modern day. So Time Spiral Remastered was okay. There's a lot of power cards in all the sets that took place on Dominaria. So yeah, I could put some money in this. It's really like it's a Masters set. It says Remastered, but look, a lot of the Masters sets would very heavily feature like 2 blocks anyway, so the name Masters is a pretty good connotation. It just means money if you forget about the 2 that flopped, 2.5, I guess. Money openings and access to reprints, okay, I would put the word Masters on it, but if they call it Dominaria Masters, that would just be silly. So it's just all Dominaria, so okay, I can see people being into this. Look at this artwork, that is amazing. And they're giving us some examples, so check it out. We got Arborea, which is a world enchantment. Heck yeah, bring those back. I mean, Plane Chase, world enchantments, anything. Throw them at me, I love them. Then we got the Borderless, oh boy. And then we got the Retro Frame, because duh, of course they're doing that. And then, of course, there's Force of Will with, that might be Teferi. They aren't particularly consistent with anything about his appearance. Insert joke about woke hypocrite, white people from Seattle not being able to draw black people. So we got a Borderless, which they have actually come out and said is worth more than my car. It's weird detail for them to throw it in, but it's true. And then the Retro Frame, oh boy. So dive into the flavorful history and fun with draft boosters, or unwrap the coolest versions of returning cards with collector's boosters. Dominaria Remastered is perfect for any longtime or returning Magic fan. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. So, I mean, you guys know it's on Dominaria, Dragons, Angels, it's almost where it all started, just about. It started on, I want to say Earth, then it was like Chandelar, then it was just the Middle East, and then they went to Dominaria, I think. I probably have that wrong. I was not very old in 1994. You may have noticed that Collector's Booster 3D render right there does have more than 4 packs in it. There's a plus, pretty sad when that's the baseline. That's good news. So Dominaria Remastered releases early in 2023 and will be available to play first at WPN Premium Game Store preview events. If you're wondering what a premium store is, yours isn't one. Just statistically, there's a 5% chance, and most of them you've heard of and don't live near, so good luck with that. That's 1 week prior to release, and then people can just scalp them online, and it's all basically just a big front. And plus, it will be available to pre-order online at Amazon and your local game store. Wow! They need to stop with that Amazon crap. That was like a last-ditch effort to make as much money as possible, and people are so done with that crap. They're putting stores out of business, and they're starting to see the consequences for it. So 2023 also heralds the long-awaited Universes Beyond set, The Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. So is it a standard set like they said it was, or have they changed their mind on it? I've heard rumors, I've heard statements from the staff, I've heard conflicting information. And unless I missed something in the presentation video that I didn't watch because it's an hour 3 long, they still have not confirmed it. I mean, this whole section was basically, there's more for 2023 past standard legal sets, heavily implying this is not a standard legal set. Also, the release date is a little weird, chronologically here. So they say, we are unabashedly excited for the Lord of the Rings and for the vision of timeless stories that we've worked so hard to bring to Magic in partnership with the people at Middle-earth Enterprises. Is that the people responsible for making that $200 million trash pile that's coming out with Amazon? I'd say that's the biggest sci-fi, fantasy, and geek culture slap in the face, but wait till you hear the last announcement in this video. So terrible timing there. But yeah, they say the look and the feel of the world, the characters, the weapons, yeah. The locations and the story moments are going to be intimately familiar, yet fresh and relevant for a wider audience. I can read. The folks at Middle-earth Enterprises take their roles as stewards very seriously. No, not when it comes to Amazon. And every decision about characters has been made with deep reverence to the original. I think they threw that in there because they're getting out ahead of that god-awful Amazon atrocity. The elves are black because Tolkien racist. We modernified it. It's not on Earth, shut the hell up. But if you thought they're distancing themselves from that... Okay, let me read this all together so that you can get this here. The folks at Middle-earth Enterprises take the roles as stewards very seriously, and every decision about characters has been made with deep reverence to the original. With that in mind, together we set out to make a set that follows 2 guiding principles. Number 1, diversity. I am not kidding, I'm not making a joke. They wrote that and I read it. The Lord of the Rings is about the different peoples of Middle-earth coming together to fight Sauron, finding strength in their diversity. No... If anything, it's almost the opposite, but okay, I guess you didn't watch the movies. We want to make this appealing story fresh and relevant to an even wider audience. So they're going to retcon it. They're going to follow the Amazon, new going off the rails woke trash, and people are going to boycott this, and I think that's why they made this not a standard set. As far as we can tell, I'd love confirmation on that. So, number 2, originality. It's someone else's work. What the hell do you mean originality? So they're just warning you they're going off the rails, and they're going off the rails to the left, if you know what I mean. The goal of this set is to express the story and setting of The Lord of the Rings in cards for Magic the Gathering. Countless prior efforts have painted vivid pictures of this world, but our goal is a modern take on the work of J.R.R. Tolkien. That's almost word for word what Amazon said, by the way. Lovingly crafted for a new generation of players and fans. It's woke crap that could have a bunch of, trans Balrogs and... Oh, this is going to be a train wreck. They will never financially recover from this. This right here, this is the end of Wizards of the Coast. Can't wait to show up to you and Hasbro's bankruptcy liquidation auction. So the results are breathtaking. Here's just a sample of the art you'll see. Okay. Is that Soren? Just kill me. It's not. They wouldn't do that. But then again, it probably is, and they would do that. So here's some more stuff. Great. I guess that's the battle at Pelennor. Oh, Pelennor Fields outside Gondor. All right. The scales look a little weird. Like the perception of the size of those horses, I don't know what's going on there, but okay. So this releases mid-year 2023. Prepare to not buy it. So the going narrative that I recall is they pushed this out from Q1 to mid-year because they got pushback in general about Universes Beyond, and then specifically about having Lord of the Rings stuff canon and in every, Legacy deck and Commander deck and Standard deck, because they're like, that's not this. They have their own thing. And I thought they made an announcement or something where they said, we're moving this off of that. We're going to make this its own thing, and it's not going to be standard legal. I thought they made an announcement a long time ago saying they changed their mind. Am I wrong? I don't remember the difference between leaks and announcements at this point, because usually they're the same darn thing. So anyway, we got the 40k decks, which people are amped about. They probably tripled the production just because people are amped about this. I've heard 40k players and Magic people say they're interested in this. So, I don't know, here's some steampunk thing, and here's this guy. All right. I think 40k is cool. I'm just not into it. So, I mean, a lot of people are, though. It's blown up lately. It's pretty big. So there's some artwork. Here's the Soul Ring. Yeehaw. And you know what? Fine, have another one. There you go. That's not enough for you? Okay, fine, have 2 more. There you go, 2 more Soul Rings. By the time this comes out, they might even be worth above $1. So this collaboration includes 3 Secret Lair drops, Secret Lair X Warhammer 40k Orcs, and Secret Lair X Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and then Secret Lair X Blood Bowl, available later this year. I believe there's also Commander decks coming up, but okay. Guess we're just talking about Secret Lairs now, so there's even more on the horizon for Universes Beyond. Speaking of more on, Doctor Who, which I used to briefly be a fan of, until the woke assholes ruined it. We got like a 60-some-year run, and they ruined it with their woke British far-left extremist bullshit. Absolutely disgraceful, even worse than what they did to Star Trek. They are ruining everything, and I can't wait for the next 2 elections, if they even let them happen, without sabotaging them, delaying them, or starting a civil war. Or World War III for the Great Reset. Don't even get me started. So anyway, yeah, here we go, one of the actually good doctors, in fact, just about the last one, if I recall. And then we got all the doctors. Wait, where's the new ones? Okay, all the good doctors. So as they put it, not me, magic meets the TARDIS. Woo! Somebody really kind of phoned it in at the end. When the Universes Beyond Doctor Who collaboration arrives in 2023. With 4 commander decks, special card treatments, collector boosters, and Secret Lair as well. Jeez. Somebody got the whole licensing agreement. This collaboration has flavor and fun for fans of every Doctor from across 60 years of Doctor Who stories. Hey, you guys should look up who they just announced the next Doctor is. And then they talk about the August Super Drop. I literally could not care less. And that's it. So, I mean, if I were to sum it all up, I kind of gave my thoughts, but just in general for the directions Magic's going and the places they chose, okay, kind of cool, Better than rolling the dice on a brand new one, I guess. People don't like the revisits and rehashes necessarily, but I think maybe like 2/3 of people do from what I've seen. But see, now they've gone back far enough that either people are like, yeah, nostalgia blast, or they're like, well, it's new to me. Except that we were just on Dominaria a couple times, just saying. I think the revisit to Ixalan is cool. I mean, if they're going to set up all the lore and the characters, why never go back? And I think Mark said that, and he got some backlash, but I'm like, well, yeah. But then we're going back to Eldraine, and I freaking hate that. I hate that place. I hate everything about it. And I'm not a fan of, dinosaurs or vampires or merfolk. So there goes, 75% of Ixalan. So it's not about going back or not. It's about where they go back to and what they do with it. Because remember, New Capenna was interesting and new, but it was just Ravnica. I mean, come on. And the storyline was the most phoned in, illogical, why are they doing this? Why aren't they doing this? What are their motivations? Why would they need to do this? Why aren't they using this? You could drive a truck through those plot holes. So people are like, yeah, it's a brand new plane. Ooh, that's what I want. I don't want to revisit the old plane. And then they just rehashed old crap, completely BS the whole story. I'm getting too shook over that. It was terrible. Capenna was trash. And then nobody wanted Kamigawa except the weebs. So if you're like, it's always good to go back to an old plane or it's never good, I don't think either one's the same. It's a case-by-case basis. That's all I got to say about, all the revisits we're doing. The Universes Beyond thing, I don't like it, but as long as they keep it out as standard, I don't really care. But also standard's kind of trashed. Now, we're going to be well into a rotation after this, so maybe it'll fix everything, but historically it won't. And the direction they're going and the new, Hasbro breathing down their neck to make even more money, I don't know what the hell they're going to do. I don't think this is going to dig them out. I think they're going to be in deep, deep, deep trouble in 2023, but then again, so is the economy, and they'll probably blame that. And Hasbro will be like, well, yeah, okay, we sell luxury items and toys that nobody needs, and entertainment products, okay. Totally give them a pass, lay up a little bit, or double down and tell them we need more money because we're failing. It's gonna be some, but if people can't afford gas or food, just saying. And if one Chinese soldier puts one half of a boot print on a beach in Taiwan, there goes computers for the next 5 years. And the planet. But thank God China's economy is gonna collapse by then. But now we're more on my other channel. I'm just saying, if you're like, oh yeah, 2023, there's other things under the magic going on. That is so overriding anything in this announcement, I had to mention it. But the general sentiment I'm getting from this is really, if you're into the lore, you're gonna love this next year and a half. And if you're not, you probably already left the game, because that's the only thing left is the lore. And like I said, Capenna was a joke and Neon Dynasty was not great. But it's hard to not hit it out of the park with Dominaria over and over and over. And then they got Lord of the Rings, couple cool side products, and a couple other things that you don't have to buy if you want to play the core format of the game. So that's fine. Oh, and they just released the official teaser trailer for Dominaria, which is neither a teaser nor a trailer because Chapter 5 of the story is already out. What are they teasing? Is this like a meta thing? Is this a fourth wall time travel thing where they're releasing it out of order because haha time? Anyway, It has 700,000 views as of right now, and it just came out today. The Wizards Presents thing, somehow trending on gaming, and the trailer isn't. But the number of estimated / recovered thumbs down is approaching 20%. It's not looking good for them. And that has 100K views. Well, one's over an hour, the other one's 37 seconds. I'll let you guess which is which. Go watch it. That's about all I gotta say about all this stuff, so leave a like if you like my takes, or if you don't, or if you thought they're interesting, or if you're just still here at this point in the video, subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys next time.